Today's Captain's blog is made possible by an amazing grant from David Nerlove. Thank you, sir, for saving our butt.
Sweet. Alright, let me turn off the oyster cult. There we go.
That's good, because that was starting to be very reminiscent of my days in radio.
Did you work here in town?
Yep.
Were you Chris Boden on the air?
Nope, Alexander Brass.
Alexander Brass.
On 89.9 WBYW-FM.
Oh my gosh.
Al Lane's shithole. But
I remember that.
I came in the days after the closet.
Was it literally called Allendale Shithole?
It should have been.
That's funny.
Al
Boy,
Lane's
that was,
shithole. He drives a taxi cab last I knew, but he's got to be about 3 days older than dirt by now.
was that a commercial or a non-com?
We were a non-com out on 3 Mile.
Okay.
And this is like, I was a 15-year-old kid when I started there.
Yeah, like a lot of us were. Yeah.
I was young and idealistic. And
Young and dumb and full of verve and everything else.
Oh yeah, it was verve. Totally it was verve. And I started out there when I was 15, and for a year and a half I was the youngest licensed DJ in the FCC registry.
You're as old as I am then, when you actually had to have
your yellow
third
ticket.
Class, radio.
My FCC radio telephone operator.
It was basically a step above sending away for a ordained minister on the internet.
Just about, yeah.
No, I'm not going to read this whole thing.
Just talk to me. We'll cover
it's from my
everything.
cheat sheet.
All right. Audio check. All right. How do I?
Well, welcome back to the radio studio.
Yeah, it's been a while. How do I get my audio in my thing?
I'm not even sure that's the right microphone. I'm not normally in the studio, so hang on.
I'd be happy if I could hear you. Shit.
All right.
Oh, I've got something. I've got an audio feed.
You got some music?
I can hear you. I don't have me. I've got your audio though.
Try now.
Audio check. Yeah, that's me. That's beautiful. What station are we on? What?
Well, we're in the Brew.
Okay.
We're going to be on all 10 of our stations
Oh,
this
wow.
Sunday.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about being in the Brew, but here I am.
You're in the Brew.
Such is my life.
All right, hang on 1 second.
Take your time. I got all day. I'm going to sit here and turn noises off.
I'm going to bring up the website.
For the Geek Group?
Yep.
You're not going to find squat on there, but do your best.
Is that your fault, Elizabeth?
No.
There's another year?
No, that's the fault of the web team, which is like 20 people, and we move faster than our website gets updated.
It looks pretty cool to me.
It's a good website. It just doesn't have as much as you're going to want for this on there. Oh, that's a good sound. Yeah, okay. Today we learn about proximity effect. And this is a
Are you hearing that?
Huh?
Okay.
I'm hearing my compressor's pumping a bit, but it's fine.
Oops.
There's like 3 people that are ever going to hear this that would know what that sound is, and
Yeah,
that
that's
would
true.
bug. So yeah, and those people are like, "Hey, that's a compressor pumping," and yeah, and they're just as big a nerds as we are, so it's going to be fine.
Okay. Do you want to be introduced as the Geek Group National Science Institute, or do you want to just be known as Chris Boden, the president of the Geek Group?
You're just talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
You don't have to be fancy.
You don't want to be Supreme Leader?
No.
Okay.
No. Imperial Potentate of the West Side.
That's a title. Elizabeth, can you make that happen? That's a title I really love.
She can do that. You should see the titles that she gives me in our videos.
Supreme Potentate. I like that. So what I want to do, we're going to have about 9 minutes. I want to start out talking about...
I'm going to talk for 9 minutes and not
Well,
swear. We're doomed.
Yeah, no, we're not. I know we can do this. I have a high level of confidence.
And a 7-second tape delay.
I want to start out and do an overview of the Geek Group, just for dummies, just what you're about, how long you've been around, and then talk about your Computers for Families program. We'll get into that, and just kind of the genesis of it, and wherever we go from there. If we end up talking about Legos or
I'm down for whatever.
favorite shows on Netflix. I'm good with that too. Okay, hang on one second. You want to give me a
Audio check,
a level?
1, 2, 3. Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden and welcome to Wood AM Radio.
Wow.
We're on 101.3 The Brew at the moment through
Wow.
iHeartMedia.
Wow, listen to that. He's going.
Today's program is brought to you by My Mouth with one convenient location.
I'm not going to be able to do this.
I can do this all day.
Oh my gosh, thank God you found a real job.
Hey, I could go back to radio. That'd be fun.
Oh man.
Another couple weeks like what we're going through, and this is way more fun.
All right, stand by.
This is tape, right? We're not going out live.
No, this is not going out live.
Okay.
God
We're gonna be
we'd
fine.
be live.
Okay.
Oh man, oh man. All right, stand by. Jeez. Stand by. Welcome into another edition of iHeartMedia's West Michigan Weekend. On this iHeartRadio station, I'm Phil Tower, the program director of News Radio 1300 and 106.9 FM here in Grand Rapids. In studio with me, I'm pleased to welcome the president of the Geek Group and a former radio guy at that, with a voice for radio. He is Chris Boden.
And a face for radio.
And a face for radio too. You even brought your own headphones, which maybe is a guest first for me.
Really?
Really.
You've never had anybody do that?
You got the AKG, what are those, 240s?
Yeah.
Right.
Studio monitor.
The studio monitor. And so anyway, we're not going to bore the audience with a discussion about radio from days gone by.
We can bore them with a discussion about computers.
Right, and we're going to do that, but we're going to try to make this as enlightening as possible. First of all, I drive by the Geek Group a lot. Do a lot of traveling around the west side. I've got a kid who goes to West Catholic High School.
Cool.
So I'm coming down Leonard Street and I see you in this beautiful old building that used to be the YMCA of Grand Rapids. And you've been there for a while. For those who are unenlightened as to what the Geek Group is all about, please explain.
Imagine if you had a workshop that you could go to and have more tools than Home Depot has for sale over on Alpine.
Okay.
And it's all $5 a week.
All right.
That's the idea. Like there's a lot of people that want to build stuff and tinker with things. We have every type of tool you could think of. Like we've got a full wood shop, like every woodworking tool you could want, and a metal shop, and a machine shop, and an auto shop, and computer lab, and electronics lab. We even have a laser lab. If you want to come build robots or rockets with your kid, we're the place where you come to tinker and build stuff. And it's guys like you that come up with a neat new product idea and they want to build things. And it's kids and parents, and it's small businesses, and everything. We service the entire spectrum of society.
And so really anybody who just loves to tinker, and the world is full of tinkerers, and a lot of those tinkerers become people like
They
Elon
become
Musk,
entrepreneurs.
and Thomas Edison and so on. But the most exciting thing about this is you are doing things right here in West Michigan, and really what piqued my curiosity, and I reached out to you, was this whole idea of computers for families, because you do get a lot of tech donated, which is one of the things we're going to talk about. But you have been providing computers to people quietly for a long time. Tell me about that.
It started, the initial first batch started back in about 2010. We just freely gave away about 100 laptops, tablets to engineering students in a local high school. And we learned more and more about the local demographic, and kids in high schools in our neighborhood, like right in our backyard. These aren't like some kids in a third world country somewhere. These are guys in our backyard. They have a 50% dropout rate.
That's astounding.
That's a terrifying attrition rate. And that's not unusual. Like, welcome to modern America.
Right.
And the kids in our neighborhood aren't kids that their parents can go up on Alpine to the big box stores and spend $800 on a new computer. These kids don't have that. They don't have a computer in a home. And that's one of the hardest things for us to get people to realize, is that these things, like a computer and internet in the home, for most people in the city of Grand Rapids, is like having a refrigerator, a television, and running water. You just assume that everybody has this.
I wanted to stop you right there because it's important we just pause on that for a moment.
Yeah.
That we look at this almost as like not having electricity.
It is.
Like, what do you mean you don't have Wi-Fi here? I mean, we have that kind of arrogance about us in today's culture where, you know, walking to a place, what do you mean you don't have Wi-Fi? What's wrong with you people? Or what do you mean you don't have a computer? What do you mean you don't have an iPhone.
I have a high school kid working in our lab right now. He's there for a summer job. And his entire goal with his summer job is to save up enough money to buy his first cell phone. That's it. He can't dream of affording a computer in that. He just wants a cell phone.
Right.
We gave him a laptop.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a good kid.
He sounds like a great kid. So I'm excited about this because you, and I love the quote here, engineers don't like to think like we can't do anything. Engineers want to fix things. They want to identify a problem and fix it. So that's what this whole Computers for Families thing is all about.
It is. And because there's a couple different demographics that if you put them together in the right way, you can solve a really cool problem. So we got a whole army of these high school kids who can't get a computer in the home, right? We have a massive amount of business and industry in Grand Rapids and in the surrounding areas where it's a totally normal thing that a computer in a business environment has a use life of 3 to 5 years.
Right.
And then they get recycled. And the problem is they all go to the same place to get recycled. And I don't like those guys because we do it differently. We found a way to do it better. And instead of us sending the computers off in an environmentally conscious, super green, warm, fuzzy, eco-friendly Nissan Leaf manner, what we're doing is saying, well, why throw it away in the first place? Let's tear it apart, clean it up, overhaul everything, put Linux on it so it runs better and can't get viruses, and sell it to somebody for nothing. And we're selling computers. We're selling desktop computers for $25 a piece. That's it.
And they work.
And they work. They work. They run. My work laptop is one of the exact laptops that we sell every day. And we're doing this all day, every day, overhauling these computers and trying to get them in the hands of people that need them. And so now everybody's happy. The business and industry is happy because they're getting a big fat tax write-off for all these computers they're donating. We don't charge to take them. You just put them on a truck, bring them over, drop them off, we'll take them for free. And the families are thrilled because now they've got a computer that's at a reasonable price. It's 25 bucks, they got a computer. And the environmental people are all thrilled because we're keeping these out of landfills. We're keeping these away from, like, you know, you see the videos of third world countries where the beaches are covered in old computers. Yeah, these don't go there. These are going over to families and they get a whole second useful life. And everybody wins. There's no downside to this. Just somebody had to say, well, let's put the pieces together this way and put some effort into it and solve the problem in a better way. And the money that we generate from doing this goes to support the Geek Group, so it's actually helping a local nonprofit. And we don't have a budget with people making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. We're working our way up to minimum wage.
The voice you're hearing is Chris Boden. He's the president of the Geek Group, thegeekgroup.org. I'm going to give you that website again. The Geek, G-E-E-K, in case you were wondering how to spell geek. Geekgroup.org, and you can find out all about the Geek Group. You are affiliated with the National Science Institute?
We are a National Science Institute.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
Well, that and a buck will get you a short beer. But we started out as a makerspace, and a makerspace is like 2,000 square feet and a dozen guys getting together building bicycles and stuff like that.
Right.
We outgrew that a long time ago. We've been in business 24 years. We're 43,000 square feet. I mean, we have a city block of Leonard. And
yeah, it's a big footprint.
Yeah, we outgrew a makerspace a dozen years ago, and then we got promoted to get to be a National Science Center, and then they upgraded us to National Science Institute. Like, we're in the National Registry of Museums and stuff like that. It's not just a bunch of weirdos over on the west side. We actually have some class. We hide it well, though.
By the way, thegeekgroup.org, and more importantly, in terms of Computers for Families, the next step is people hearing this. They may have know somebody, a neighbor, or maybe somebody's just really gone through a tough time. 2 parents at home, no job.
Send them on by.
Yeah, and they just go to the Geek Group, and you have computers for sale. They're starting at $25.
You walk in the front door. We're open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. And you just walk in the door with cash, say, I need a computer. Done. There's no background check. We don't need to verify your income, or we don't need your credit. We don't even do credit cards. It's straight cash. It's rock simple. The entire idea is to provide access. We don't care how many you want. If you want to get a dozen of them for a church group or something like that, we're happy to help. If you want to do a big event, and because we have people that are like, we got a guy out in Baldwin and Ravenna, stuff like that. If you want to do a thing where we show up with a truck full of them and you arrange a group buy and just tell everybody, everybody meet at City Hall or at the library or at our church or something like that, we'll come. We'll pack them up in a van. We'll bring them to you.
I've got less than a minute left, and as a former radio guy, I got to hit my deadline for
Okay, what do you need?
What I want to know is for people listening, they've got a machine, a laptop, a desktop.
Bring it.
They don't want it anymore. They think, wow, this is unusable. You would say, au contraire,
yeah, bring it.
You'll take it.
I don't care how old it is. I don't care if it's missing parts. Bring it. We nuke all your data. We wipe everything off of it. It's totally safe. We meet HIPAA certifications, all that jazz. Bring it. I don't care how old it is or how many there are.
Mac or PC?
Mac, PC, Linux, Minix, Unix, we don't care.
Okay. All right. TheGeekGroup.org. All the information is on there. And next time we'll see if Chris can be a little more enthusiastic about the subject. His one-word answers are killing us.
I know.
We've just scratched the surface, so please, let's come back and do this again.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Chris Boden, the president of the Geek Group. They're online at thegeekgroup.org, thegeekgroup.org. What a great program. And you've been listening to iHeartMedia's West Michigan Weekend. There's more coming up in just a moment. Boom.
And we're clear.
We are clear.
Thank you, sir.
How do we do, Elizabeth?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good? Oh, it's like a B to B minus. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
You got a better rating out of her than I
Okay.
did. At no point did she yell or throw things at you.
Yeah, she
You're
did.
doing fine.
Nor did she scream booger or something you can't say on the air.
The biggest lie in the history of media is Chris Boden spoke briefly.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Let me make sure.
I've seen that written down. Chris Boden spoke briefly.
Let me make sure this actually stuck.
Yeah, right. Studio monitor. The studio monitor. And so anyway, we're not going to bore the audience with a discussion about radio from days gone by.
We can bore them with a discussion about computers.
Wonderful.
I am happy to come down and do a bit with you. Absolutely.
Catch you just the right time?
Yeah, we just wrapped up. Look at that timing.
Perfect.
Hey Matthews, this is Chris Boden from the Geek Group on your side of town.
Hi.
How
you doing? Meet you, sir. Anytime you need a science nerd for something, like the story you guys are doing or anything like that, let me know.
Okay.
I'm absolutely happy to help.
I will absolutely do that. Do you know your way out of here?
Today's Captain's Blog is made possible by an amazing grant from David Nerlove. Thank you, sir, for saving our butt.